What's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Hopefully you guys are having a great Saturday and a great weekend so far. I'm hitting you guys up a little bit earlier than normal. Going to take the wife out on a date night and enjoy the night. So a little bit earlier than usual. But we're going to give you one last update on what's going on with the snow potential as we get into this evening, overnight, into tomorrow. There is a chance this could overperform in certain areas, anywhere from Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City, up into Boston. We're going to watch a heavier band, a frontogenesis band that could potentially set up. And what I mean by that term is just heavy snow. Think of that as heavy snow. So I'm going to give you an update on this. It'll be the last update. And then everything else after this will just be nowcasting and trying to figure out what the radar shows and how this band develops. So some areas could be in for a surprise when you wake up tomorrow morning in the Mid-Atlantic and New England. So if you guys have not subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button for me. Like the video if you like it. Hit me up on Twitter or Facebook. It's a great way just to stay up to date with the latest and greatest information. And I appreciate the amazing ongoing support I've gotten from you guys. So what's going on right now? And by the time some of you guys watch this, this might get upgraded. Right now, the only winter storm warning right now is for a county in Virginia. I think that's Augusta County, Virginia. Maybe some of the viewers can correct me if I'm wrong for you folks in Virginia. But there's winter weather advisories through Washington, D.C., Baltimore, not quite including New York City, but there is winter weather advisories right now for areas. And let me make sure that's not winter storm watches. No, that is advisories for areas of the Cape Cod and southeastern Massachusetts in general. But I will not be surprised if more counties get included with the advisories, like Long Island for sure, and then New York City. In fact, by the time a lot of you guys watch this, this will be expanded. Either some people will get upgraded to a winter storm warning, or some people will get upgraded to a winter weather advisory. So we'll see how this develops as far as what the National Weather Service wants to call with this. So we're going to start this off by looking at the NAM. The NAM did just come in much more aggressive for areas that we're talking about with this system, like the Mid-Atlantic and the southern New England areas. And we'll show you what I'm talking about here. Well, as we're getting into this is around midnight Eastern Standard Time. That low pressure right here starts to develop as the southern jet and northern jet begin to combine as one. A band of heavier precipitation develops right here, right over Virginia, areas of West Virginia, Maryland, right on top of Washington, D.C., southeastern Pennsylvania, as we're getting into the 2 to 3 o'clock range in the morning. So a lot of the heavier snow will fall for a lot of folks as you're sleeping. So you'll go to sleep. It still might be a little mild out there, and then you'll wake up to a snow-covered ground. And that's going to be the case with this setup. It's not going to be a long duration event at all. But as you're getting into about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, heavier snow is falling. I wouldn't even call this heavy, maybe moderate to sometimes heavy snow falling. A little bit of light snow for West Virginia showing up here per the latest NAM. The NAM can be off its wheels a little bit, but as you get into about the short range NAM, it becomes a lot more reliable than long range NAM, but still has its moments of craziness it likes to throw at everybody. But as we're getting into the sun starting to come up, it's getting to about 6, 7 a.m. A long, not duration, that's not the word I meant, but a long area, a band of snow really shows up here, stretching all the way from southwestern areas of Virginia through West Virginia through Washington, D.C. At this point, Washington, D.C. has already had a few hours of snow through Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City, up through the Cape Cod area and the Boston. A band of snow will just pivot through, and really it won't move really from west to south. From what I mean to say is northwest to southeast, really at all. It'll just kind of pivot through this region right here and dump maybe moderate to sometimes heavy snow for these regions. And it could dump a few inches of snow depending on where you're at. Now the NAM, I'll stop the frame right here, which is valid for 11 a.m. tomorrow. Look at how much different the NAM from the previous NAM looks to the now current NAM. So this was the NAM run this morning. This is the afternoon run of the NAM. Notice the axis of snow is much further northwest. Therefore, heavier snowfall totals are being shown for these areas that I just mentioned. So this continues, and in fact, it might really enhance itself as low pressure really gets cranked up, and these two pieces of energy phase well off the coast of the eastern U.S. Therefore, you have a heavier band of snow that shows up for Boston, southeastern Massachusetts, Delaware, areas of Connecticut, Long Island, per the latest NAM. And this goes on all the way until maybe the overnight hours into tomorrow through Cape Cod. And there might still be some snow around for your Monday morning in Cape Cod. I think someone out in Cape Cod could get 6 to 8 inches of snow. I really do. In fact, the National Weather Service is calling for 4 to 6 inches of snow for areas out on Cape Cod. But we'll see how this shifts. I really think this has a chance to overperform for a lot of areas. The latest NAM wants to put 2 to 3, 4 inches of snow in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia, an area of anywhere from 2 to maybe as much as 6 to 7 to 8 inches of snow. I think that's overdone, but we'll watch. It puts several inches of snow over Baltimore. Well, I would say about 2 to 4 inches of snow into Baltimore. And look at this heavier snow right here showing up here in New England, in southern New England. And then, a little bit of snow from Maryland, especially the central areas of Maryland, the more basically heavily populated areas of Maryland, definitely showing an axis of heavier snow showing up there. And we'll get a little bit closer. And here it goes, showing anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5 inches for Washington, D.C., 5 inches of snow for Baltimore. You're getting on up here into central New Jersey, Philadelphia, several inches of snow showing up here. New York City, several inches of snow. And, it gives areas of maybe northern Delaware a few inches of snow, but southern Delaware, not so much now. And a little bit of snow showing up for you folks in Richmond, maybe an inch or two of snow. This is per the latest NAM. This isn't a forecast, just what the NAM's showing. And then, dumps. It's just a nice event altogether. I don't think this is going to be a disruptive event. It's honestly just going to be a band of heavy snow that pivots through this area. Baltimore, maybe 3 to 4 inches of snow. The latest HRRR model, long range, will show you what this looks like. Same situation, develop snow in the same time frame as the NAM showing, overnight to night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. This band pivots through. It looks the same as the NAM, but I don't think it's showing as heavier snowfall for certain areas for a longer period of time as the NAM showing. But pivots snow all the way through your Super Bowl Sunday morning, and then maybe a band of snow pivots through southeastern Virginia as you're getting into tomorrow afternoon, and then still snowing for Long Island, southeastern New England, as they're getting, there'll probably be snow falling in Boston during the Super Bowl tomorrow. So, I think this isn't going to be a big event, but it could surprise somebody and maybe give one of the big cities along the I-95 corridor in the Mid-Atlantic region, in the southern New England region, could surprise somebody with maybe half a foot of snow. It really could. But as you're getting going through here, the NAM pivots some more snow showers for Baltimore. I meant to say for Virginia and the Delmarva area, and then areas of between New York City and Washington, D.C. could pivot some snow showers in. But as far as those snow showers that I've been talking about maybe 2 days ago for New York, I'm just getting my cities, my states, and everything mixed up. For North Carolina and Virginia, for your Monday morning, that's kind of trended away. I was mentioning there was a possibility for some flakes, even as far south as South Carolina, as that piece of energy moved in behind the main piece of energy. It's kind of trended away, but I definitely could see some flurries flying around Monday morning for even North Carolina. Latest HRRR model as far as how much snow is showing, and it shows it right here, an axis of snow. We're going to get a little bit closer, but I don't want to skip you folks in western Tennessee. This is definitely eastern Tennessee. This is definitely trending away from you guys in Kentucky. Maybe a little bit of light snow develops later this evening into tonight. But I think the main axis of heavier snow is going to be definitely in far eastern areas of West Virginia, and then areas, especially the mountainous areas of Virginia, up into areas of Maryland. But I will notice that if you notice, the latest HRRR model does not have that heavier snow band further south, like Washington, D.C. In fact, let's go on and get a little bit closer here. And the HRRR model only gives Washington, D.C. maybe an inch of snow. The NAM gives Washington, D.C. about 5 inches of snow. So it's a big difference here. But it's on board pretty much. I really think New York City is going to see 1 to 3 inches of snow, and about the same for Long Island. And I think the HRRR model is doing a great job with showing the snow potential, big snow potential for Cape Cod, southeastern Massachusetts, for several inches of snow in general. So that's pretty much what we're seeing with this, guys. I really think this is going to be a moderate event at most for folks. And as you can see, old Augusta County has consistently shown well over a half a foot of snow. So I think that's probably why y'all have a winter storm warning. But I think this could change. In fact, let's go on and see if we can update this here and see if anything's changed. Nah, nothing has. So watch out. This is going to be a band of maybe an inch per hour rates, maybe snowing at sometime overnight tonight. So I think at some point there could be some heavier snow in this area, even southeastern Pennsylvania, areas of Maryland, New Jersey. Someone's going to get maybe an inch per hour rates for maybe 1 to 2 hours. I think it's possible with a heavier band of snow that pivots through here late tonight into the overnight hours and then into tomorrow morning. Now, I'll briefly mention this. this is going to become the main topic starting tomorrow, especially tomorrow evening. I'll probably wake up and give you an update on what's going on with the snow tomorrow morning. But tomorrow, and I know a lot of you guys will be watching the Super Bowl, I'll probably try to get a video out before the Super Bowl starts. And tomorrow we'll begin to focus on what I think is going to be a big-time event. Now, not necessarily a tornado outbreak, because that's the thing. I took a break from this. I made a video about it a couple days ago, but I don't want to keep talking about it because I think it needs to work itself out. So I think there's a possibility for a severe weather outbreak, but I'm not saying there's a possibility. I'm not saying there's going to be a tornado outbreak, but we're watching Wednesday and Tuesdays. Right now, there's still a 15% chance of severe weather occurring at 15 miles in any given location in this yellow area. This includes Little Rock and Dallas, places like that. Look at day 6. This is for your Thursday. This shifts east as the system shifts further east, and this includes Birmingham. This includes Nashville. This includes Memphis. This includes the entire state of Mississippi, Shreveport. It still includes Little Rock. So we'll look at the system in general and what this looks like as a whole. And what's going to happen here is you're going to have a shortwave low that kind of pops up down here into the southwest, a bowling ball of an upper low, and then it pivots through. And on the north side, you're going to have heavy snow, potentially some icing. And then on the south side of this low, where it injects some warm, moist Gulf air into this warm and moist sector into the areas of the deep south and maybe even mid-south. And you just got to watch the ingredients, how they come together. There's so much that goes into making what we would call a tornado outbreak. It's not as simple as just looking at, okay, the dew points are right. Okay, the temperatures are warm. We have convective energy here. And we have a low-level jet. There's actually a lot more that goes into it. In fact, there's a lot more that I would like to learn about that I probably couldn't speak on with high confidence. But I really think we need to wait one more day before we can make a detailed video about this. But if you're in the deep south and the south-central U.S., this could be a severe weather outbreak. But as far as what the main risk is going to be, whether it's tornadoes or straight-line winds, flooding, I don't think we know yet. I really don't. But the Storm Prediction Center is already talking about it a little bit, so we need to pay attention to it. If you're in Chicago, this could be a major winter storm for you guys. I know I got a loyal listener from the Chicago area. This could be your event. But we'll watch this system as a whole. It's going to be a long week tomorrow trying to break this down. It's going to be an active week, so stick with me and stick up to date with details. That's all I got, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. God bless all y'all, and y'all have a great evening.